What's up, guys? How we doing? What's up, YouTube? How we doing this fine Thursday? We good? What's a curling? Good morning, morning, tubers. Morning, Steve. Steve, how long do you think it's going to take for this coffee to arrive, bro? What are we talking in terms of delivery windows? What are we saying? A month? How long does it take to ferment coffee? I got no idea. 3 to 4 weeks to to ferment it. Oh, it takes a few days. By the way, if anyone wants A grade coffee, Steve and I are doing a little thing, right? It's a new business venture, isn't it, Steve? It's not chill. It's chill. Jeez Louise. But if you want good quality Brazilian coffee or Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola Light, Coca-Cola normal, and a Coca-Cola Steve-O. I mean, that's the branding for Steve. If you want some Coca-Cola Steve-O, he can help you out with that as well. He's a pilot, so he can airdrop it. Do you know what I mean? But can send. French Bourbon what? French Bourbon brand grown at our place. Oh, you got whiskey as well? Ah, I was gonna say. Oh, that's the name of the coffee type. No way. Trust Steve to get a little bit of self promo in there. You go, Steve. You own it, mate. The stage is yours. But yeah, looking forward to sip un caffè cappuccino con zucchero con la mia moglie. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna be fluent soon. You're gonna think, what has happened? What has happened? What has happened? So, as anticipated, guys, we're just consolidating at fair value. What I said was more likely to happen today. At 3 o'clock this morning, we're likely just to sit here going into PPI. So, we got our 15 high and low. Both of these are going to go. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. If you don't like that idea, eat shit. It's going to happen. So our job is to wait and stay patient for PPI to deliver. So for me, on the highs, the very highs today is going to be up at 19.545, which is on the hourly, it's a wick behind this SIBI, which is technically BPR. So mean threshold of that wick. On the very highs, if we decide to go on a little rampage on PPI, and then on the lows, I'll be looking for price to get back down. Essentially exactly the same, but on the lows in this instance. So 50% of this wick, which gets us back into this hourly BISI, which is also a 5-minute BISI. So those are my two POIs on the high and low, and we're sort of stuck between them both at no man's land. So I mean, no real rush at the moment to trade. There were opportunities this morning if you were trading right at the start of London, but I wasn't at my desk at that time. This is my 15-to-1 model up on this high, right up in here. And then beyond that, you've had S&D profile, which again is another one of my models. Some people in Red Pill have been trading that. I've just been flat. So just waiting for PPI to deliver, which is in 15 minutes. And then be mindful of that. We've got ECB, which is just after the news at 8:30. So patience is the name of the game after a huge rainy day that we had yesterday. And my God, was it a beastie day. The markets are rigged and designed to recoup that money today that they lost yesterday. So your job is to be extra vigilant, extra patient, disciplined, minimize your trading, reduce risk, preserve capital. That's your objective today. It's not to Hail Mary a trade because you've seen the market rip yesterday. That's not your objective today. 8:45, isn't it? ECB. Is it 8:15? I thought it was 8:45. I might be wrong. Oh no, you're talking about the monetary policy statement. The press conference is after that, 8:45. But yes, we do have news at 8:15 as well. Just essentially now, policy rate. It's quite a big chunk of news actually. Is it? Refinancing rate. Oh, that's in the euro though. It's in the euro. It's not in the States. Yeah. Yeah. ECB is 8:45. Is your book available in Italiano? Is it? Not in paperback, it might be in Kindle. I honestly can't answer that. I don't think it is. Gun to head, I'd say no. But funny you say that because it is something that I'm looking to do when I leave you guys. I'm going to get down to Waterstones and get going and get myself an Italian book. I want to read. I want to read an Italian book. It's the best way to learn. So I'm hoping -25. I'm hoping that I find one on Ferraris or something. I don't know, something like that. Enzo Ferrari's autobiography in Italian. That'll do. Many good Italian movies. Yeah, how do I search for that on Netflix, Steve? I've not looked yet. How do I do that? Is it just like a setting? Movies. Oh, okay, you search by language. I didn't know you could do that. Cool. So at the moment, I'll be looking for this to hold to run the lows. I'm obviously not trading that because it's PPI, but I'd be anticipating this high here to hold to go and drive out these lows. I'm anticipating them to work out the lows before they work the highs. On PC, Netflix has a lot more. Oh, okay, I'll check it out. Cheers, guys. ES has to hold this high at 76.50, which is essentially where we are right now, for it to go and run the lows. Watch Gomorrah. Alright. I will do. Gomorrah. My dad lived in Naples, by the way, for about 4 years. Go Mora. Gamora. So ES has to hold that high to run the lows. But I'm just sat patient for PPI. If it wasn't PPI, that's what I'd be looking at. But both these 15-minute high and lows are going to get taken. Patience. 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 Is it Italian subtitles or is it the other way around? Is it English subtitles? Which way is it? What is it? I want full-blooded Italian shizners, mate. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I'll check it out. Appreciate it. Yeah, nice. So the next time I come on here, I'll be like, hey, red pill. Panzo preso, eh? Panzo preso. It's gonna get the Italian mob accent. It's weird. I've gone full blown Italian. I'm thinking about buying a Ducati motorbike as well. I don't know what's happened. I literally have no idea what's happened. I've got it in my head that I want to learn Italian. I've gone fully. I'm hook, line, sinkered. Yeah. Hey, Tony. Anyone called Tony in it, Haynes? They're all called Tony, aren't they? Hey, Tony. No spoilers. Hey, Tony. Oh, is it? Is that good, is it? Okay. Setting me up here, Haynes. So as mentioned, ES would have to hold this high. ES would have to hold this high to run the lows. Obviously, you got PPI very in 7 minutes or so. So there is no trade for me here at the moment. If you're bearish, you're looking to take price out of the premium. If you're bullish, you'd be taking price out of a discount using the principles of S&D, right? So if you were bearish, you'd be shorting up here to go and drive out the lows. However, it is PPI. So with PPI and CPI, you're going to anticipate both this and this to be taken on PPI. So if you're trading here, it is a gamble because you could essentially just get a horrible little wick before it dumps. Vice versa, wick before it rips. So your job is to wait for one to go and then play towards the other, if you have context to support that and a reason for it. Been nice little scalp there off ES if you took it back down to a discount on the one. So risky here ahead of PPI though. But purely on a tape reading basis, if I was trading this and it wasn't PPI, I'd be trading NQ short with the principle of ES not taking out this high. But it's PPI, so I definitely wouldn't be doing that. Tony can send this anyway. Tony Montana can send this anyway, mate. So just for clarification, my points of interest on the high are all the way up on this 19,540. That's where my buck stop was on the high. So if it got up there on a rip skis, I'll be looking to frame shorts up on that high. Equally down inside this H1 BIS is where I have interest for potential scalp longs. So inside of here, I'm kind of just a bit flat neutral. Just waiting for PPI to play out, wait for the market to tip its hands and then play accordingly. So I'm in absolutely no rush to trade. Patience is the name of the game today after a huge day yesterday. The market's job is to recoup that money which they lost yesterday inside of this price delivery. So it's more likely to be extremely difficult to trade. So your job is to stay patient, wait for something A+, trade liquidity pool, be content you took money out and on another day, and move on to Friday for 5-handle Fridays, right? Today is not a day to think Hail Marys. All right, so if you have that in the back of your mind, please get rid of it. You're going to get yourself burnt. And you're going to give back all of your gains that we made yesterday. And it's not worth it. It is not worth it, Senora. I'm assuming it's Netflix, Ainge, right? Netflix or Prime? What are we on? For those who don't know, I'm learning Italian at the moment, so I'm trying to find a really good Italian series to watch. So if you guys know any, hit me up, let me know. I'll watch them. Oh, you watched it on Sky? Alright. I got Virgin, so I might not have it. I'll have to dig it out. Yeah, knowing Sky, they'll wrap it up though. There won't anyone near it. It's classic Sky. So for price to run, so just for clarity, just tape reading. For price to run the lows, you'd want this high to remain. Okay, but it's PPI. So there's absolutely no hope in hell that I'm trading this. If it wasn't PPI, that's what I'd be looking to do. I'd be looking to short NQ with ES not taking out that high. So I'd be going short in here, inside of the 15-minute X levels premium, looking to drive out this low. However, I'm not going to do that with PPI. I'm anticipating both this high and this low to go. So in here is a gamble with PPI. It's on Prime, Apple, Disney. So, okay, cool. Cheers, Andy. Appreciate that, mate. Grazie mille, fratello. Il mio fratello. Bum, 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 bum. How long we got? Una memento. Patience. So if you've already picked up the daily plans from which is free on WAP, if you guys have already got that, you can pick up my daily plan every day. You'll know what my higher time frame POIs are today. Let's just clear this muck. So both the 15 high and the low are still intact. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, it's just piled the liquidity down here. So what you want, to be mindful of is if you're you just do not you do not in terms of X levels, you do not trade in here on the higher time frame. You want to be trading inside of the X levels. All right, this is no man's land. This is Chopsville. This is retail. This is liquidity. So if you're entering in the lower time frame in here, you're just going to get butchered. Patience. As I was mentioning, if I was wanting to go short, I'd be shorting inside of this premium X levels to go and drive out, paying myself inside of here, holding runners to take out the low. All right, that's what you do with the search and destroy profile. Just way too close to PPI for me to actually take that trade. It's just way too close. Saw it, didn't need to trade it. Even H1 to M5 on this low, isn't it? So if you're in on this high, you'd be holding to come and drive out these lows, right? That's what you do. If you were deploying X levels. So it's just one of those instances where it's way too close to PPI to take that trade. All right, it's still there, it's still a valid opportunity, but it's too high risk, right? Right next to PPI. Knowing where it's going, but ultimately didn't trade it. It's okay, it's no problem. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yesterday we did exactly the same thing. ES had a little gnarly wick through that high, but it didn't close above it. So it's left this civvy open. How long have we got left on this counter? 48 seconds. So you can look at a pullback essentially off this gap fill, which will take you down to 41 for a pullback to go and run back up inside 5 minute Sibi. When the new candle opens, for it to dip down and pull back up. So you want to be mindful of the lower quad, which takes you to about 84.25, which is right in here. All right, taking some off there. There you go. There's your 85. So if you want to hold runners beyond here, but to come and take out this 15 high, it's entirely up to you. There's every chance it pulls back from here. So you anticipate both this high and this high to get taken out, right? With PPI. You're welcome. You red pillars will know why on this low that set us up. You will know. I don't have to explain it. You guys know. X levels. What are you doing at high time frame X levels? You guys know, right? This is where you just be holding runners. Let's come and take out this high. It can chop in here until the open now, or we can just go and drive out this high before the open. And what usually happens is it will come up, take out this high, and pull you back into here, going into the open. So I'm basically just holding one runner. So this is my current trade. Did anybody else get in on that, just out of curiosity? Anybody else find an entry there? It's what we talk about all the time. Yes, sir. Are you in it? You in it, Nano? It's not always the worst going outside with premium if you're anticipating that bullish price. The thing is, if you're gonna do that, Jamal, like you just have to be mindful that obviously you're having to open up your stop, and as long as you're comfortable with that, that's okay. I should have just paid myself there. I should have just collapsed it. So this is the kind of day, right, where you just want to trade a trade like that, right? Just like a little liquidity pool, right? Taking this internal range, taking it up and taking external range, like just being content. Boom. This is the potential for a 5-minute continuation model, red pillars, right? Boom. Just being content. Thank you very much. Thank you for my mule. If you've already paid yourself and you're holding a runner, now who cares, right? You're paid. So, again, little turtle suit entry. I only trade turtle suits. Boom. Boom. Turtle suit. Internal. External, external, anticipating price to pull back, given my PPI model, because of my PPI model, right? So context before time, context before price. You're welcome, AZ. The new Jammy Dodger in town. Jesus! By the way, Ainsley, if you can take a virtual bow, please do it, my guy. Because, for those who don't know, Ainsley is our new Jammy Dodger inside Red Pill. Jammy Dodger is somebody who takes the widest, the most handles on ES in one single trade. And it currently stands at 89 handles. So Ainsley, aka Senora Pot Noodle Printer, Senora Pot Noodle Printer is officially the new bounty on the run inside of RP. So congrats to you, Ains, mate. Phenomenal work, skis. So that's mitigation right there on the 15 seconds. So for me, I don't want to see price through mitigation on my runner. There you go. Just took my runner out there. Took my runner out. Yeah, not a textbook trade, mate. Yeah, A's the new jammy dodge. The new jammy dodger. Did anybody on YouTube capture that long, by the way? Anybody capture it? Anybody get in on it? Yep. Good stuff, thanks, mate. Well done. So you just want to be mindful that this high is more likely to go than it is for us to just continue carving. All right, so take that for what you will. With the PPI model, you anticipate that. Both to go. 2 seconds, guys. So I am. Can you tell it's been a long week? I'm talking to myself. Oh. So T-Mass, you missed most of it, but you caught some of it. Is what I'm trying to get at. I hope, anyway. Good stuff, T-Mass. Well done, mate. Jammy, Dodgers, Ainsley, by name, by nature. Why not? Celebrate it. 89 handles is worth celebrating. Oosh. See, the next point of interest for a pullback is right down on this gap, down at 42. If it gets down there, I'll consider another long. Just playing with profits from that long there. Depending on the time. On the basis of being an intermediate term low. In your eyes, madness in your eyes as time. Take it easy, Ainsley. Have a good one, mate. 19 to 10. M15OB below liquidity inside the H1 BC. Let's have a look. I don't hate it, Rambo, but I prefer this order block that we have in here, this accumulation that we have here, than this. If this breaks, I feel like it's more likely he's going to start clearing this out and work back down into it. Jamal, sorry. I don't hate it, Jamal. I don't hate it. It's just too close to the whole site number of 19,210 for me. I'm basically looking at this rejection block to hold. So this gap Bum, 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 bum. So just the one trade so far this morning that you guys that we spoke through there. Just sat patient. You're anticipating this high to be swept. So you don't want to be looking for aggressive shorts without this high being swept. So at the moment, so we just took this trade long back up into this M5 Sibi, and now just sat patient. It took out my runner. It came from my runner. So my next POI would be for it to hold this rejection block, which is down at 42. So whether it holds this until the open, gap fill, and then it moves, we'll have to wait and see. But this yellow line's a gap fill. It's the RTH gap from yesterday. Yeah, it'll be like this today. It's going to be like this today. I'm telling you now. If you overtrade today, you're going to end up red. Full stop. You have to stay extra patient today. After a huge range day, this is what happens. Consolidation. They pull their money back that they lost yesterday. Patience. So if you were long, you're just utilizing X levels in terms of the hourly. This is where we went long, right in here. These are your trades. Little turtle suit on this low. Taking internal to external range. That's what you're looking for today. One of these trades. All right, and utilize X levels to do that. Ultimately, inside of my a wider model where you're anticipating both this high and this high to go during PPI. So would I want to be shorting knowing that my model revolves around this high going? Hell no. So my trade here paid. My runner actually got stopped, so I got inside of a premium. I got stopped out in here on my runner. I'd be anticipating price to want to drive up to these highs. So the other opportunity is if I wait for the open to see if it wants to dip down into that rejection block to move price high, if I get the trigger that I'm looking for on that low, right? And R pillars, you'll know what that is. But this is just gonna burn anyone who's just trying to jump on shorts. In my view, it's just gonna keep moving higher. However, I'm half anticipating them to shake and bake at the open. Yeah, I have noticed that AI. I don't use the 5 minute. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yes, it does, and I'm aware of that, Al, which is why I'm not going to trade it aggressively. I'm going to wait for a trigger. came from my runner, didn't it? Just came from my runner. So this is one of those. So red pill, right? You'll know the trigger on the low, right? This is why we talk about stop management is so key, right? That's why if you're in here, you have to be okay with opening up your stop. If you're doing that, you'll know the reasons why. I personally didn't want to do that, given the conditions that we're in. So I trailed my stop too tightly on my runner in this instance. I trailed it too tightly. That is your buck stop. If you were still in this trade long, this would now be your buck stop. So if you were long, your stop would now be below this low. So this is where if you're still long, you're just holding your runner to go and take out that high up at 340. You are not wanting to short. Guys, if you're learning, and God forbid if you're earning, consider smashing a like. Means a lot, means a great deal. Thank you very much in advance if you do it. I saw the original test, but it moved too fast for an entry. I waited for the pullback and now in on the mitigation. Yeah, great stuff. Well done, Joe. You're on fire today, mate. Let's have a look at. Yeah, so I'm still on Dixie. I'm still waiting for Dixie to get up into here. So I don't really look at gold until it gives me a key level on Dixie. But yeah, get some gold. Wow, phenomenal. I think I've told you this told you guys this before, but it actually pains me to look at gold at the minute because I had a lot of bullion, so actual physical gold bullion, and I sold it all the way back in here. Where was it? It's like in here somewhere. Shocking. Probably one of my worst trading decisions. That. I took a little long off PPI. I took a little. Oh, what on gold? Nice, good stuff, Andy. Fair play to you, mate. Oh. So your job today is base hits. Base hits. Get green, get gone. So patience, patience, patience. T-Mass, great advice. I'm green from Asia and a little long after PPI, so I'm taking that advice and closing the charts for today. See you in Discord tomorrow, 5 and Friday. All right, good stuff, T-Mass. Enjoy it, brother. Go fishing, mate. Go get yourself a Wally. Wally. And the sun's just come out here in the UK as well, so yes sir. What a day. One and Dunskies, nice little bag on a little turtle suit trade this morning. If you're still holding runners, you're just holding runners, come take out this high. Obviously coming into the open, if it stops you out, it doesn't matter. I'm currently flat now. Took this long, paid myself, stopped out on my runner. Now I'm flat, just waiting for the open. So if we do go on a bit of a carve off the open, I'm looking for this M5 Bissy from yesterday. But first point for me is for this to hold. And on the highs, if it decides to go on a further push, I'll be looking up towards 19,545. I won't be trading it long, I'll be waiting for a short if it got up there. This wick, inside this Bissy, but also having to use the 4 hour because obviously the daily is not going to be using the daily here today. So with the hourly DR, being so tight, having to use the 4. So this takes you back into 4 on the 4 hour X levels. So if price was to get down here, I'd be looking for a liquidity pool to trade. So whether it was a weak high that had formed, whether we had a break on the 1 to take it back up into 5-minute premium to then hold runners, that's essentially what I'd be deploying down here. Just a liquidity pool trade. Patience is the name of the game today. Yes, sir. Jamal, sorry, it's delayed SMT. 8:45 candle. $8.48, sorry. Oh no, it's not. Take that back. No, you're right. You're right, my eye's playing tricks. So for me, this rejection block on this low has got to hold for price to come and pull back up into these highs. So if we get a little dump off the open, basically a gap fill, I'll be keeping an eye on ES as well. They might become decoupled here. Just looking at the way that they're set up, they might decouple here. Just looking at what YM's already done. So the only one that's not taken out the high so far is NQ, which again makes me sus for that high to remain. Like YM and ES have both taken out this high. NQ hasn't. it's like it's basically essentially a gap fill. That's what I'm looking for price to hold. Two seconds, guys. Thirsty today. I'm talking non-stop for 4 hours. So I personally want to see this high get ran out. So I'm currently looking for price to do a gap fill to then work up back towards this high. That's my current train of thought leading into the open. I'm muted, am I? On Discord, yeah, sorry. On YouTube, guys. How long we got? Have we just created a new 15? That's new 15 though. Right, yes, it's gone taking out those lows now, right? Oh, no. Take that back. Right, there we go. So for me, yes, it's got to hold that for a pullback. Let's have a look. No trigger. So be very careful here. Just going to sit patient. Not going to look to try and bounce this now. Just going to wait. It's gone through the level I'd want it to go through for a pullback. And I'm not going to chase price short. So again, patience. So the next area of interest I have is this BISI on the low. You got a new 1 minute premium, be a hella risky short. Which will take you back up into basically the open price. Which is this mitigation block. New MIT. Trust ES on a delayed gap fill. ES, shall we just not. So if you're looking for shorts, you wouldn't want to see it above that high. That's just been put in there. There's your gap fill on ES. Nano. If price is heavy, what's it going to do? No, if it's heavy. There you go. There's your answer, broski. So if you're in this short, you'll be paying yourself back inside this 1 minute DR discount, right, on the 1 minute, which is what we've just done. Holding runners to take out the low, and then beyond that, you'll be holding runners to get back down to here. It's just not the, it's not really the day you want to be trading range though, in my honest opinion. But you wouldn't want to see, if you're bearish, you wouldn't want to see price above this high. I'm completely flat though. This still in play, I'm completely flat. I'm not trading anything. My points of interest are down here for a long. I'll be waiting for price to get up here. It's already gone through where I'd want it to go for a bounce. Messy PA. Patience. Because it's it's the only thing I trade for PPI. Like I would not be trading short unless it took out that high. It's literally just as cut and dry as that. It's like my model. Like if it doesn't deliver it, like there is no trade for me. It's simple. So my trade this morning, which was in here, taking it back up to here, holding a runner to go and take out this high. It's basically my model, right? So the same principle. I wouldn't want to be framing shorts unless price took that high out. So you know, even though if you were bearish, you wouldn't want to see this traded through. There's absolutely no way I'll trade this short, knowing that that's on the high, and it's the only one out of all of the indexes which hasn't taken it. I just wouldn't go near it. 9 times out of 10 it's going to take both. 9 times out of 10. Why would you go against that? You know, why would you trade against that? Why would you trade against like the, you know, your back testing? You wouldn't. By the way, your 210 level, beautiful, mate. Don't know if you took that trade off 210. Like there is no, like if you were looking at, so if you're long and you're looking at this, you're going, well, I've traded, I'd look at this being my low. I don't want to see price below this low to go and drive out this high. And you're going, okay, well, I trade the 15 to 1 model. Well, if you're looking at your 1 minute BISI, your 1 minute BISI is already filled. So all of this is now becoming balanced price range where it shouldn't go through this low if you're looking to drive price up to take out this high, right? So again, if you were bullish, I'd be bullish on the basis not wanting to see price below this low. This is all balanced in here. Right, if I was looking to take price to go and take out this high on the principle of a 15 to 1, with that being my low. Which is essentially the very low of this this old daily BISI. Over here. This daily BISI over here. But it's like, you got to ask yourself the question now, do you want to open up your stop that wide, to trade something which is in this scabby price delivery? That's the question you got to ask yourself. For me, the answer is no. This new 15 started. Yeah. You've also got ES piling through those lows now. That's exactly why I don't trade in context. Don't want to go short, don't want to go long. So this 5-minute BISI is now your target. So I'm patient, just waiting. Discount wins for your shorts. Absolutely no trade for me this morning from the open. Zero. Same as Tuesday, so weak on YouTube. Again, I don't want to go short here with that high. If this high was taken, then yeah, I'd be up for it. But without this high being taken, I'm not going near this short. It's a high risk long here. Let's go and drive out these highs. High risk, super high risk. just tape reading at the minute. We'll go near it. So a little 950 macro. Total suit at 950 macro to go and run the highs. It's just super high risk. This would be your what you look to go First objective would be to take out these highs. So essentially inside of an M5 discount looking to come and drive out these highs. Taking this internal at the 950 macro, external. Yeah, not for me. So what we're saying coming into the open, like the objective today is basically to gain back money that they lost yesterday. So you want to trade tight ranges today. If you're going to trade at all, little 10-20 handle ranges, get out of there. Still no shorts. Still nothing for me. It's another one of those where it's look for mid-morning macros. No shorts, no longs. Just that trade pre-open for me. Incredibly sloppy. So when it's like this, I just move to the sidelines. Preserve capital. That should have been the title of this stream. Preserve capital Thursday. You'll get more from tape reading today than you will from trading. That's what your furus don't want to tell you. But for me personally, I would be going absolutely nowhere near a short with that high still in play. Nowhere near a short. And there's no clear buck stop for me at the minute on the lows either to frame off for a secondary entry sweep. You've got mitigation right down the low, but that's at a whole site number of 19.2, and as you know, I don't trade whole site numbers, so basically all you'd be keying off this discount, but you've got a divergence on that low, so I don't particularly like this low holding. But I don't want to enter in here because my stop would be too wide. So honestly, I'm just completely flat. There's no buck stop in here. There's nothing to key off to tighten my stop. Just tape reading. I wouldn't want to see. You got a little balanced price range on your 15-second chart, which is your 952 and 952.15 candle, which is right inside of this BPR. It's just eyeballing it. I wouldn't want to see through that. Saw it, didn't take it. Didn't like the divergence on the low.
fuck it, didn't take it.
Diddy biddy bum bum diddy 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 dim. So if anybody took it long, fair play to you. Out of that discount, too wide a stop for me to take that, but if you took it, fair play. I did not take it. So your net subjective would be that high. If you were still holding runners, it'd be to come and take out that high. So there's no entry for me, but 950. 950 macro, turtle suit, internal range, Bosch. Flip your DR. There's your entry. Or here. Just too wide a stop for me. Good stuff, Jamal. Well done, mate. Great trade, brother. Well done. And that, my friends, is exactly why I did not want to short. This high here is the next to go. And then that's your PPI model complete. There she goes. Alright guys, for YouTube that's going to be it for me today guys. That's essentially the PPI. I personally didn't get in on it today, but that's the principles of my PPI model right there, right? So in this instance you have the 950 macro user X levels on the M5. There's your red pillars. You'll know what happened on that in here for your entry to go and drive out the high. So guys, that's going to be it for me on YouTube. Another no trade day at the open for me. All I took was this little this trade here. So that's it. That's all I've taken for New York. So that's going to be it for me today, YouTube. I hope you learned something. If not, I hope you learned something. And we'll do it all again next Tuesday. Hopefully some more active price action to trade. All right. But good stuff, guys. That's PPI boxed. If you're going to keep trading today, I'd be mindful of price reaching all the way up here to 19,541. That would be my area for a short. Or equally on the lows, bouncing, looking to bounce this this M5. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Take it easy, have a good ones, and I'll catch you next week. Abosh.